What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Commander's Lair. It is, of course, Joey here with another deck tech. I hope you guys are having a great day. This is a subscriber requested deck tech from the subscriber Clone Trooper Chowder, who asked for a $50 upgrade to my Zurzoth deck tech and focusing on Devil Tribal due to the recent printing of lots of devils. So I hope you guys like it. That's what we're going to be doing here, basically making lots of devils with mono red. And so Zurzoth is 2 in a red for a 2/3 legendary creature devil, and with whenever an opponent draws the first card each turn, if it's not their turn, you create a 1/1 red devil creature token. With when this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to any target, and whenever one or more devils you control attacks one or more players, you and those players each draw a card, then discard a card at random. So there's a bit of kind of card advantage there, or kind of filtration, because we can attack lots of players and trigger that for each player. And so we can, draw and discard up to 3 times each turn. And we can, if we force all our opponents to draw cards on our turns, we can make up to 3 devils as well. So just kind of, using Zurzoth to make devils and draw cards. Because we're making so many creatures, we can ramp through cards like Battle Hymn, which is 1 and a red for an instant, add red mana to your mana pool for each creature you control. So it's, pretty likely that this can, at an average instance, get us, 5+ each mana for 2 mana, which is just a nice ritual effect. But potentially, if we have a big board, it can, end the game by giving us, 10+ mana because of all the devils we have. And then Heraldic Banner is 3 generic for an artifact. When it enters, you choose a color. Creatures you control of the chosen color get +1/+0, and then tap, add 1 mana of the chosen color. So, it's a 3 mana, which isn't great. It enters untapped, but it does tap for a red mana, which is nice. The reason we're playing it, though, is because all of our creatures in this entire deck are red, obviously, so it's going to buff them up and I'll give them all +1/+0. So our Horde of Devils will be 2/1s now, and then when they die, they will ping people as well, so getting extra value through that. And then, obviously, we're focusing on Devils, not the draw and discard synergies in this deck. However, we can still, lean into that for some of our draw effects. So Dragon Mage is 5 red for a 5/5 with flying, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, each player discards their hand and draws 7 cards. So for this, obviously, this is going to give us a full grip again, obviously, which will be nice. Say we're on 4 or 5 cards, we can boost that back up to 7, which is really nice, but it's also going to make all our opponents discard a card, and draw a card, which will trigger Zurzoth, and we'll get a 1/1 devil for each opponent, so we'll get 3 devils, and draw back to 7 cards and get a full grip, which is just, a really useful effect. Bedlam Revel is 6 red for a 3/4, costs 1 less for each instant sorcery in your graveyard. It has prowess, and when it ETBs, you discard your hand, then draw 3 cards. So likely we are going to be, having quite a few cards in our hand in this deck, so it's going to be nice to get us back. And then Change of Fortune is 3 and a red for a sorcery. Discard your hand, then draw a card for each card. Draw a card for each card you've discarded this turn. So just Zurzoth alone can, just discard us 3 cards. Should at the very worst be a 4 mana discard 3. So 4 mana draw 3. However, if we had a hand of 5, right, and we discarded all those, and we got Zurzoth triggers, that would be 8, so it would be a 4 mana draw 8, with a discard 5. So it's honestly going to be really useful, and especially with the amount of discarding we're doing in this deck just incidentally. Obviously, when our devils die, they will be picking our opponents, which is very nice, because that's what devils do, as seen by the tokens that Zurzoth creates. However, most of what we'll be doing is we'll just be making devils in any way possible, so whether with cards like Dance with Devils, it's 3 and a red for an instant, it creates 2 or more red devil creature tokens, and when they die, they deal 1 damage to any target. So, whether we're doing stuff like that, just, making tokens, or playing, kind of with the burn synergies that devils usually use, just like Zurzoth does, with Willy Roastmaster, which is 2 and a red for a 3/2, with Alliance. Whenever another creature ETBs under your control, it deals, Willy Roastmaster deals 1 damage to each opponent. So again, pinging our opponent, just getting some value through that. Or, if we're, using just, generic good devils that happen to have really useful effects for us, like Sin Prodder, which is 2 and a red for a 3/2 with Menace. Begin your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library. If an opponent may put that card into your graveyard, if that player does, Sin Prodder deals damage equal to that card's CMC, otherwise you draw that card. So either we're going to be drawing a card, or we're going to be burning our opponents for whatever their mana is, so either way, it's going to be dealing damage and burning them, which is what we want to do in this deck, or drawing us cards, so it's really nice either way. And basically, that's exactly what we're doing with these devils, just making as many of them as possible, and either, using the burn synergies and the token creating synergies to, kill our opponents as quickly as possible. And then to synergize with this, instead of using, regular tribal payoffs, we're going to be using some, more interesting ones. So Cavalcade of Calamity is 1 and a red for an enchantment. Whenever a creature you control power 1 less attacks, which will be, all of our devils, so all of our creatures basically. Cavalcade of Calamity deals 1 damage to that player or planeswalker that creature's attacking. So whether or not these things get blocked, they're still going to be, you're getting through for some form of damage. So, potentially, let's say we swung through at our opponent with 5 devils, right? And it pinged them for 1 for each of those 5 devils. And then all 5 of those devils got blocked and they all died. They would all obviously deal another point of damage when they die because they can ping something. So, potentially just attacking with 5 devils would deal 10 damage, even if they were all all blocked, which is, you know, really nice. Impact Tremors is 1 in a red for an enchantment. Whenever a creature ETBs under your control, Impact Tremors deals 1 damage to each opponent. So, you know, this will really quickly in the game with the amount of devils we're creating. You know, if our Dragon Mage connects for, you know, 1 hit, that's going to ping our opponents for 3, create 3 devils that can then deal 3 damage. Which, you know, be consistently pumping out heaps of damage. And then obviously, because all of the way that we are dealing damage in this deck is, you know, increments of 1, whether it's our goblins hitting for 1 damage or pinging for 1 damage when they die, that's obviously a really low amount. However, Torbrain Thane of Red Fell is 1 red, so 4 mana total for a 2/4. And it has, if a red source you control would deal damage to an opponent or opponent an opponent controls, it deals that much damage plus 2 instead. So that'll be, you know, when they attack, they're going to be dealing 3 damage instead of 1, and then when they die, they're going to be 3 damage instead of 1. So it's going to be, you know, really quickly killing our opponents, because it's going to be basically tripling our damage output. That'll do it. Just a quick overview of how I would build this deck. You know, using some of the newer devils, and with a more kind of, you know, synergistic approach based on, you know, the tribal synergies as opposed to, you know, general stuff. Make sure to let me know what you guys think of this. Make sure to like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you want to see more, comment your thoughts or any deck techs you would like to see, just like this, and I'll see you guys all next time.